Hey, what's up everybody? In this video tutorial, we're going to be creating the subassembly called the pin bottom subassembly. So this is going to require two parts. This should be a pretty simple and easy subassembly. So what I'm going to do is come up here. First, I'm going to save my design as my pin bottom subassembly. And now what I'm going to do is bring in two different things. So the first thing I'm going to be bringing in is going to be my pin bottom. All right, so if I come over here, I'm sorry, my barrel bottom, that's what I want to say. So barrel bottom, I'm going to go ahead and drag that across the line, bring that in, put this into the correct orientation by using the dial. So we can set this flat at 90 degrees, and then just by grabbing it on the dot, okay, we can go ahead and pull this off and say okay. All right, so now that that is in, what we're going to do is come here to our barrel bottom, and we're going to come up and ground it. All right, so the next thing is we need to come down and find our pin grip. Okay, so dragging our pin grip in. Make sure that this is in the correct orientation. Okay, we'll go ahead and set that flat. Okay, coming here to the dot, pulling this up, we'll say okay. All right, so just clean some things up here. What we're going to do is come down here, go to our display settings, and then go into our object visibility, and we're going to shut down everything. All right, so now we're ready to start constraining this. So we can see that this is fully constrained or grounded. So now we can come up here and start picking on our joints. So what I'm going to do is come right here to this joint origin. Okay, and then I'm going to flip this over and I'm going to look here at this edge. We're going to use that as our joint origin. That's going to slide into place. Remember, if it's not in the correct orientation, you can always do the flip. Okay, and you can also spin that with the dial, okay, along the axis. All right, in our case, we can see that this is correct. Okay, so we say okay. All right, and that's basically it. That's how simple the pin bottom subassembly is, just by taking those two parts, bringing those together with a rigid constraint. I'm sorry, I just keep knowing that from my last assembly, I know this is still on rigid. So if I go to motion, we can still see that this is rigid. So I'm going to go ahead and say okay on that. But anyway, there you go. That is a subassembly for the pin bottom.